Hello there! Welcome once more to Quanchua's Kitchen. And if this is your first time stopping by, I want to say a very warm akwaba to you. So today we are making Gari fortor. I'm Gari Jollof papabi. This is not your everyday boring Gari fortor. This is Gari fortor that is, fully loaded with beautiful vegetables, colorful, and just flavor packed. So I really hope you enjoy this video. On your screen right now is our ingredients, which as always you will also find in the description box. Okay, let's start off by prepping our ingredients. I start off by slicing my shallots. And my garlic. Yeah, that's a lot of garlic, but we really love garlic, and I just didn't want to blend it. Sometimes, just having them cook with your onions and being able to bite in them is so good. And now I'm slicing my celeries. And I have to say, you just want to put in the vegetables that you truly like. You can put whatever. Sometimes I add cabbage, which I don't have today. So it's going to be the celery. And these peppers that I am doing now. One thing I will just say is the more color you have in your Gari fortor, the better. Because you just want it to look not boring, but just, beautiful and amazing. And now I have some scallions, which I'll put in at the very end. And so we start off now that our ingredients are prepped with some oil, and this is extra virgin olive oil. And I have in here probably like a 1/3 cup. And it's hot, so I added in my sliced scallions and garlic. And we're going to cook it until it gets to the point where it's about caramelizing, That is where you get all the good flavors and aromas of these shallots and garlic. And just look at it now. It's almost there. It's beautiful. Almost all the garlic is caramelized at this point. It smells amazing already. So now I'm going to add some curry, just a little under a teaspoon in here. I just love curry, and as always you can use whatever spice or seasoning you want, but I love curry, so curry is in here now. And now I'll add in my tomato paste, which is about 2 tablespoons. And I'm going to let this cook for a while before I add my fresh tomatoes. So I'm going to let this cook for about 3 to 5 minutes, constantly stirring it until it's like almost fried. The tomato paste is like frying, and then I'll add my tomatoes. So right now is about a good time to add in my blended tomatoes and pepper. Give it a stir, and then I'm going to let this cook for a total of about 30 minutes. So this practically is a 30 minutes meal, this Gari fortor. If you already have your stew prepared, then forget it. It's like 5 minutes. But since I'm making it fresh, I'm going to let this cook. I didn't really need to cover. You see, the pan is so big, it was not going to splatter anywhere. And I frequently stir this. And as you can see, it is already thickening up. The tomato is getting cooked. And I am just going to add in some shrimp powder. So no seasoning cube in this, just a shrimp powder. And that was a heaping of a teaspoon, plus just a little bit extra that I threw in here. And then that is some salt, Himalayan rock salt. You can use any salt, of course. And I'm going to stir it and let it cook for an additional 10 minutes, which still adds up to the total cooking time of 30 minutes. So this is like about 20 minutes into cooking it. And now, so I'm going to let it cook the additional 10. And as you can see right here, it is thickened. the oil is beginning to come back on the surface, and that is when you know your sauce is almost done. And this is gari fortor. It's just simple stew that I'm making. I'm not making anything over the top where I want to fry my stew until it's darkened. So this is cooked. And now I add in my celery. And you add it if you like it. If you don't, whatever vegetable you want, you put it in here. So I am just going to let the celery cook a little bit, you know, and I'll add in my bell peppers as well and let these cook for about 3 minutes in here, and our stew is done. That is how simple it is. So here are my colorful peppers now, and as soon as I put them in, tossed, 2 minutes, I just start making my gari fortor. And here we are with our gari right now. And I really didn't measure, so I would just say you will have to eyeball, you know. So I'm just trying to wet the gari a little bit so it's not going to be more on the crunchy side. Your gari fortor preferably should be soft. We are almost trying to make it into the texture of a checker, you know, or it could be almost like, you know, couscous, like how if you have the very soft kind of couscous, you're trying to make it be like that by wetting the gari. I didn't need to add any salt because my stew already is salted. So the gari is now softened, fluffed up a little bit, and now I am going to add in my tomato stew. And like I said, you really have to eyeball it. You know, you put some stew in here, you mix, and it's really up to how you want it. If you want it to be a lot more of stew in nature, or you want it to be a little bit on the dry side, however much stew you want is what you're gonna put it in there. It's entirely up to you. And so I'm mixing now just to make sure I have enough stew, and if I thought it wasn't enough, of course I would add more. So the key is just to start off with maybe less gari so you don't run out of stew, but otherwise you could add in more stew. And I think it's going to be perfect. So I have here some sliced red onion, my scallions, and cilantro. And these, I just didn't want to cook them. I wanted them to be fresh right here in there because sometimes the aroma of, you know, fresh onions in hot food is just amazing. And that's what I wanted to achieve. And the colors popping. And our gari fortor right now is ready. And see what we paired it with. Yes, some pork, grilled pork. And this was an amazing dinner, you know, very simple, but trust me, it was very, very delicious. Imagine you expecting a visitor and you're like, I don't even know what to cook for you. Hey, I have some gari, so I'll make you some gari. And they'll be like, gari, maybe srawa bidi gari, gele, gele. Yes, just surprise them, make them this good gari fortor, and oh, you know, whatever thoughts they had in their head, they'll be like, oh my God, I wasn't expecting this, you know. They won't be able to tell you that after my year warm to because the money gele. But this is good. Just look at this. Beautiful, perfect. So I really hope you give this a try. And until I come your way next time with something delicious, be loving, be kind, be happy.